Welcome back to the channel. I want to show you guys how to make a 1K tone and a few other things right inside of Resolve using the built-in signal generator. Here we have a session with a single audio track and a bus. We're going to make audio 1 our destination. So first thing we need to do is route the input. You can do that through the mixer. If you don't see your mixer in the upper right here, click that and this will bring up our little mixer. And we can change our input here by clicking on input and clicking on this menu. That brings up our patch input and output menu. You can also get there from the Fairlight menu here and choose patch input output. Now by default on the left here is source audio inputs. These are all your computer audio interface as well as whatever's on your computer. We're going to grab this and go down to system generator. Now we have options oscilloscope, noise, beeps, timecode. We want to choose oscilloscope. And then over in our destination, we're on track input. We're going to choose audio 1. We're going to hit patch. And now you can see it says audio 1 OSC. So that means the oscillator is now patched into audio 1 as an input. Now on audio 1, we need to arm for record. So I'm going to hit this little R. And that means it's ready to record whatever our input is. There's one other thing we got to do, and that's check our input monitoring. Onto the Fairlight menu here, we have input monitor style. Now input would be whatever's coming in, you'll hear the input. Auto means whether you're playing back, recording, or you have an input signal coming in, it'll pass through. Mute, of course, we'll just mute it so you don't hear your incoming signal. And repro is reproduce. That means when your signal actually gets recorded to the destination, that's what you'd be hearing back, not the actual incoming signal. So we're going to leave it on auto. You can go auto or input in this case. Now to get to the signal generator, also in the Fairlight menu, we want to choose test tone settings. And that brings up our little box here. Since we're on oscillator, it defaults to 1K. And if we turn this on, there's our 1K tone. So you can choose any of these drop downs. You can actually do a sweep from 20 to 15K. If you hit that, it'll actually cycle through in real time. Or you can choose one of these default settings. And with the tone playing, you can actually manually adjust it if you needed to, something like this. So if you needed to record a 1K tone, choose 1K, turn it on, and then hit record. Now with our input on like this, if we leave this on, it'll just play back indefinitely. But now if we shut off our record and we play back audio 1, we have our 1K tone. Now I actually recorded one for myself already that's a minute long in case I have to deliver a minute of bars and tones for a client. And if I want to do a 1K tone pop, sync pop, or a beep, I just go IO and make a single frame in and out and bring that down to my timeline. And then if I need a sync pop or a sensor delete, I can just use that. Gives me a 1 pop. So that's kind of handy to have around. Now if you want to use the noise, which is used for tuning your room if you're trying to get a flat response, it's the same tool here, but we have to repatch. So let's go back to Fairlight and we'll go down to patch input output. System generator is already selected here, but we're going to choose noise instead. Choose audio 1, hit patch. Now it says noise here, so we can get out of there. And now when we record enable and turn this on, it's going to give us these two noise options. So here's white noise, and here's pink noise. Now this is used if you need to tune your room for a flat frequency response. You'd put a microphone in your listening position, run your pink noise, and look at a graph, a spectrum analyzer, and see where you have dips and valleys, if you have too much bass buildup, too little treble, and you'd compensate with an EQ so your room is nice and flat. That way when you're listening and mixing, you hear what it's actually going to sound like in a flat room. That's how you can use the internal signal generator for whatever tone you need, as well as white or pink noise, and how to patch it. Alright, thanks for watching. If you guys found that helpful, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't. If you have a video topic you want me to make a video on, leave it in the comments and I'll read it. And you guys always give me some great ideas for making videos. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.